What is up, guys? Welcome to TSO Crypto, your home for crypto. Yeah, I am your host, Martin, and today we're going to be looking at, what are we looking at? Crypto targets. If you're catching this from live, welcome, and if you're catching the replays, you know what to do. Hit the like, hit the bell, hit the sub. What is happening? Happy Monday, guys. Thank you for being here. BL, hi. Sakmar, 1, hi. And Andrew, what's up, dude? All right, let's see what's going on, man. Market cap, where we at? Moving down today, right? Move down a little bit here for Monday. Tuesday opening on the red. Not good. We're dropping quite a bit, 3.82%. Might be one of those flash dump days where we could come all the way down here to the $2.24 trillion mark. We'll see how that goes. Again, it's too early to tell. There's really not a lot happening here on the main daily chart for us to be able to address anything else besides the things that we have. And the fact that we're failing to get higher than the previous high, right? So again, that could mean that this bearish divergence might still take hold and try to get us to go farther down. Other than that, there's really nothing else happening on the daily. It's quite bland. Let's go check out Bitcoin and see what we could do there. Again, had to wait for the charts to load, man. Scrog, what's up, dude? How's it going? It is Monday. First day of the week, man. First day of April. Hopefully we're not going to have a red April. What is happening here, man? Again, look, resistance, right? Resistance around this here level, failing to get above this previous high for some reason. Again, 71,000. There's really not a lot going on there for us to be able to say there's a resistance there, but that's the area that we're resisting. Dropping back down, we did manage to hold to the 69,000 zone for a bit before we actually cracked below it. And now we're at the next area of support, which we called for, right? We said if we move down, we're looking for the 66,994. We're slightly below that area, but we are kind of trying to hold on to that zone, okay? If we do, we can try to bounce, and that's going to be good. Otherwise, again, moving back down would be 64,900, 62,423, and 54,230. Again, not a lot happening on the daily. Same thing that we talked about market cap, right? So with all that said, neutral at 50 on the RSI. Let's go to the 4-hour. That's where a lot of things are happening for Bitcoin short-term, right? So you remember we had the hidden bullish, right? We managed to rally on that. That's good. And now we had the strong bearish, so we failed to get higher, I think, than the previous high. We're just going to confirm it shortly. Let's zoom in here. And yes, we are coming slightly lower there, right? Also lower, and are we going higher, man? Here's where the things are going to be defined. No, we're slightly lower as well. So really nothing here that is bearish to this move. I believe we're just carrying off this bearish divergence. Now what I was looking for, it is some bullish divergence to develop. We don't quite have it yet, right? Negative momentum, dropping down to much more negative momentum as we drop lower in the price and also lower on the RSI, sold at 34.63. So the 4-hour really not giving us a lot more to go on, right? That inverse head and shoulders didn't quite go for that measure move. That's kind of sad. I really wish we would have gotten for that measure move. We would have placed Bitcoin at a much better place than where it's at right now. But for everything else that is going on, again, trying to hold on support. Gonna go to the 1-hour. I think we have some bullish divergence there. That's what we're gonna try to go for, I am assuming, as far as crypto goes. Again, this 1 hour still has like 10 minutes to go, right? This 1-hour candle. And for most of the hour, we're up above that zone here, right? The 66,994. So we're slightly above that area. All right, so what's going on? As we're dropping, right, we created some bullish divergence here, strong within the same island, right? And ultimately, we're failing to hold on to it. Okay, and that's why we're getting that small drop, right? Against the MACD, not against the RSI. Against the RSI, we're oversold right now, right? And oversold at 24.94. On the price, though, earlier, or last candle, before I jumped in the stream, I peeked and I saw that we were here, and I was like excited because we were like, oh, less negative momentum. We're gonna go for the bullish divergence. Guess what? This here is almost on doing that, right? So we measure here, right? You're gonna see the number up here is gonna say negative 194. Here it's negative 200. So we're kind of getting rid of that divergence. We need to get some pullback happening on Bitcoin before we close, to where we might be creating some strong bullish to this here zone. Otherwise, it's still dropping, and we could be looking, like I said, for like maybe one of those days where we drop like 8-10%, right? So again, we're getting a flash crash in the last hour. Right now, we're still getting some of that impulse coming down still. Nothing else that is bullish shining in. Again, not extremely worried yet. We still have areas for support. One of them going to be here at 66,200, right? The 64,000. Sorry, this is not 66. Yeah, 66,200s and 64,900s, and then below there we're going to have the 63 each. But ultimately, the next one after 64,900 is going to be 60,000, right? Those are the main ones, the white ones. These two other ones are kind of minor. They're kind of there. We hit them last time. Not a lot of history of them holding strongly as support. So again, best option for Bitcoin is to get above 66,994, ultimately above 69,000, right? Okay, other than that, again, not a lot of moves happening that we call for, right? The divergences, we're not creating anything like super uber cool here. Gonna go to this other Bitcoin chart, see if we can fib something. Get his low point here, high point here, to try to get some fibs and see where we could go, right? Then we're gonna jump off to Ethereum afterwards. I'm just gonna say, wait a minute, Mr. Bitcoin. All right, so we're gonna use a point here as a low point, and we're gonna use a point here as a high point, right? So just want to drag those and see where we're at. It makes sense for us to be here. Alrighty. So yeah, they kind of work. Not the best looking fibs by any means. So I'm not sure if that's anchoring point or that's anchoring point here. That's what I'm trying to determine right now. What should I consider for my low? Right. I think this makes a little bit more sense. Seems to be much more closer as far as moves go. Right. So I just want to pinpoint that a little bit better. I think that's close enough. And again, what I'm looking from high. So from low to high, where we're at, and again, as you can tell, kind of came down to the zone 236, tried to hold it, dropped it, held the 382, bounced, and now we're rejecting and dropping below 50%. Ultimately bouncing with the 618. That's where we hit and rejected. That's where we could very well go before we start to retrace back up. Right, a lot of retraces happening around the zone. So Bitcoin might be done with the drop unless we go for, like I said, one of those days where we drop like 8, 9, 10%. Which again, just by the opening, it looks like it's going to be an aggressive drop. We dropped like 3 point, like how much are we at? Like 4% right now. So we're dropping aggressively, and we're not getting any pushback from the bulls, right? So the bulls are asleep. To wake them up, go poke them with a stick, have them come back in and fight them bears, right? With the price to go back up, ultimately. But like I mentioned a couple days ago, so long as we stay in this zone, I'm not worried. It's just consolidating this area before the next movement up. And that is all normal, okay? All right, let's go to Ethereum. I'm not expecting to see anything different there. But we're going to go check it. 3,369. I bet we're near support. Because I do remember that we have support somewhere around here for Ethereum, I think. Not 100% sure, but I do believe we have support somewhere around this zone. Might be slightly below it. Waiting for it to load. Still not loaded. How's you guys' weekend? Let me know. Do y'all have fun? Y'all enjoy the weekend? What do you guys do? Anyone barbecuing, going out to eat, having fun with the family? Hop in the chat. Let me know what you did for the weekend. Well, Ethereum loads because it's still not loading. How do I know? There's lines here, but they're not here. Hey. Man. Yeah. There we go. So we're at support. Spot on hit almost. Great. Look at that drop, right? Hitting the 3,324. Where do we hit? Low, 3,324.3. We have it at 3,324.8. So like point is like 3, 0.5. What is it? 0.5 off? Yeah, so we're like 0.50 cents off. We're like half a dollar off target. That's good. Still holding support, trying to bounce again. That's what we're gonna go for. Nothing here that is bullish. Neutral at 45.25. Really not a lot happening, guys. I mean, it's just moves that we've discussed where we could go, right? Bitcoin drops, we're gonna go to the next area. It's gonna be at 3,958. Don't really want to see Ethereum go there, but if Bitcoin drops, that's where we're going. As far as the move here, coming in lower, more negative momentum, lower on our side. So nothing here that is bullish to hold. And on the 1 hour. Ooh, Scrog. toss pictures on the Discord of that. I definitely want to see how that goes. Scruck, by the way, said he's gonna be smoking. What is it? Smoking a prime rib, grilling / smoking a prime rib. That's gonna be good. That sounds tasty, my friend. That sounds tasty. All right, here we go. Bullish divergence strong against the MACD, not against the RSI. We're a little bit lower, I think. I'm just gonna assume to confirm, but yeah, see that it's slightly lower. So nothing here that is bullish against the RSI, just against the MACD with that potential fraction to the upside. It's the only thing that has bullishness. Bitcoin didn't have it, so I think we're saying that we didn't have it because the drop had basically undone it with the current candle. Right? We're gonna go back to Bitcoin and touch back on it, but again, Ethereum right now 3.95% downside. Bitcoin a little bit lower, apparently 4.26% downside. Right? Again, market's not looking healthy. That's the move. It's just like an exaggerated move. We see what happens sometimes with those. Sometimes we either just take a massive drop or we just get a massive rally out of those. Again, it's going to depend. I think Asia woke up and they felt like dropping the ball on Bitcoin. Sorry, Europe might be. Was it Europe? Yeah, Europe's like 7 hours ahead. No, so like 2 in the morning. That's when Europe comes live. So that's not 2 in the morning. That's Asia right now, screwing up the market. I'm on a different time zone, so I got to recalculate what my trading hours are for the rest of the world. Anyways, what is happening here on ADA? Man, support, right? 618. We talked about it, man. Almost spot on hit. That's pretty good. Rejecting that 50% retrace after we held it. And on the drops, our fibs are good. We know that, right? We've talked about them a while back. And again, nothing here that is bullish. Slightly higher. Losing momentum higher on the other side as well. Neutral, sorry, sold at 39.89. Let's go to the 1 hour. Sorry, 4 hour. Again, coming in lower, more negative momentum, lower on the other side. Not a lot short term. There's going to be some bullishness that's going to develop here. But it's still live. I don't want to call it there yet. Still got like a minute and so to go. And it's not yet confirmed. Next candle would also need to like start pulling back up for us to be able to say, yes, there's bullishness. But for now, it is just a smaller drop. It's creating some kind of bullish divergence, but that's about it for ADA, man. Not really a lot happening, man. Not really a lot happening. We're just going for a drop. We're going for a dip, right? People are going to buy the dip some are going to sell the dip because they're going to get scared. Not sure which boat you're on, guys, but, you know, whichever boat you're on. I hope you have some flotation devices in case the market goes dropping more and we are in for a wild ride. Otherwise, if we start a rally, I hope you also have some spare cash so you can throw at this and are able to buy back in, right? Again, no financial advice. Entirely up to you how you handle your finances and your trades. Sold, again, bullish divergence, strong MACD RSI, unlike Ethereum, only in MACD, and Bitcoin none. With that, potential for a movement up. But for that to happen, Bitcoin has to allow it. If Bitcoin doesn't allow it, we're looking for a continuation down, right? Hodl and stake for earnings. That's awesome, dude. A lot of people are hodling the ADA. Ryan Smith, what's up, my friend? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, that's me. What's up, dude? I'm not sure if you're just greeting or saying like or you know, like exclamation sign Martin. You know, I have no idea. But let me know. I'm here. Yes, that is me. Good. That's awesome, my friend. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear you're okay. Alrighty, that's it for ADA. Really, are we doing anything here that is cool, quirky, or nice as a pattern? Man, I don't think I'm doing anything here. As far as ADA goes. Trying to see, but I'm not seeing anything. Let's go on the daily. Do we want this? Do we want this to be like a double top of sorts? Be like, oh look, double topping, and we move down. That was the move we're going for. Oh snaps, head and shoulders. Why didn't I see that earlier? I'm gonna have to go to Bitcoin and see if we have the head and shoulders. But I think this might be almost exclusive to ADA. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see it in something else, right? It just could have been that I missed it and I was not looking for it. All right, let's go here, and then we're gonna drag that to there, and then I'm gonna move that midpoint here to make it more interesting. Be like, look, guys, he's the head and shoulders monster. With that, we're gonna draw our line. We're gonna make it a little bit on the clearer, right? We don't want this line to be, you know, all over the place, but we also want to make it different from our bearish divergence, sorry, our bullish divergence, because we want to see where more or less we're at, and we're bouncing almost at that neckline, right? So if we move sideways, you can see that we're bouncing almost spot on there, right? That's pretty good. We definitely don't want to drop below there, otherwise we could be in for a nasty drop. Where would that drop gonna get us? Where did the drop get us? I think that's the largest point on the chart. Let's see, that's about it. And then if we were to drop, man, we're looking at the 40-cent mark. I know that would make a bull market be over, probably. Wouldn't necessarily be over. It'd just be like super scary for a lot of people, right? So with that said, now I gotta go back to Bitcoin, make sure I didn't miss this when I was looking at it, because you know that'll be a macro move. See, Bitcoin doesn't have that, I think. Well, this is the Bitcoin CME futures. First of all, let's forget that, because we're not looking at the futures. There's a gap that we must fill, but Bitcoin, the price, doesn't have that head and shoulders like ADA has. So hopefully it's not gonna play there. Gonna really quick check Ethereum. Ethereum also doesn't have that, so it's just exclusive to ADA. I'm glad I didn't miss it. I thought I was gonna see it, but you know, better safe than sorry. And let's see what the thing is here, because we didn't look at Bitcoin. You know, we didn't look at the Bitcoin futures, and I saw a gap that we might need to fill. I'm not sure, but we know gaps tend to be filled, and I haven't looked at the Bitcoin futures chart in a while. We definitely want to see this, and yeah, well, there's a small gap here that we must fill on the CME. It would not be weird if we take that dip like I mentioned before we look for a rally again, right? And then on this rally, do we leave gaps? If there was a gap here, it got closed. I'm waiting for it to load because it's not letting me do jack. All right, so this gap's filled. Don't see any more gaps here that haven't been filled. There's a small gap here that would need to get filled eventually. It's not the best looking thing because we already filled this one here on January 2023. We had this gap, right? Wow, that's pretty wild. Why did we close that one? We hadn't closed it when we were looking at it, I think. Managed to close it all? Yeah, we closed that gap completely. So that gap's gone. Right, and then on the movement up, we closed this gap already. We closed this gap already, right? We've already passed those levels. So the gaps are there and they're closed, and this one we also closed. So all these gaps are gone, right? New gaps that we might have are, let's see, this one here that I'm seeing, right? Don't like where it's at. We don't have any kind of dips or anything like that to say, yo, that was a gap, but there's gonna be a tiny yellow dot that's gonna be seen there. Actually came out in a different color. Make sure it's nice and bright and be like, yo, we're gapping, bro. We're a gapping, right? We're gonna zoom in, move sideways, and fix it because it's kind of like slanted, and we don't want it slanted. We want to be straight and be like, yo, there we go. The tiniest of gaps there around the 20,000. That's scary because that tells us that we might be able to revisit that zone. And there's a very, very old gap that we never filled, and that's the one that's way back here. Way back here at the 9,000s, right? Which would have been wild if we would have closed it. That means this would have been the only gap left. And what else do we have here as far as gaps go? I think we saw another gap. That one got filled. And then the other immediate gap that we have would be this one here, right? Oh, that was the measuring tool. I didn't want to use that. The measuring tool. Some people say that if we go with the wicks, it's not a gap, but I want to go with the bodies and say there is a gap. You know, that's what's worked for me for this chart in the past, and that's what I'm going with. So, there we go. We're gapping. And if we do move down, we're going to close it, and then we can look for bounce again. Bitcoin, not so worried as I am with ADA from what we've seen, right? That regular head and shoulders could be catastrophe for ADA, right? Particularly Bitcoin tanks would be not weird for us to see ADA go like that 4-cent mark, particularly if we get that head and shoulders to come into play, right? Just remember, we talked about it. It's potential there. Something that would be scaring a lot of people on the movement down, right? Alrighty, with all that said, let's see what else we have. SHIB was playing great, man. A lot of people talking about Shiba Inu. I talked about it a while back before people started talking about it because the setup was really good. Now just kind of going with Bitcoin and moving down. Remember, we had downsloping channel. We broke to the upside. We kind of got the measure move of the channel, right? We've discussed all these things in the past ever since I told you guys Shiba was looking really, really good as a setup for like a quick trade. And yeah, that was a spot on call for for SHIB. I'm just waiting for it to load. That's a SHIB market cap. That's why it's not loading anything. Where the SHIB coin at? Here we go. SHIB. And all right, so you're gonna see we break this to the upside, go for that measure move, and I think we hit it with this wick, and that'll be it, right? We're gonna see what we can do afterwards. Man, it's been a long freaking day, man. I'm not sure about you guys, but Monday felt like it went forever, man. For a lot of the things I have to do, the fact that I'm also waking up super early for work now, and much earlier than I ever woken up for work before. Like I think if I wake up, like the roosters are probably asleep, and I just feel tired by this time. So usually that's how it's been like this last couple days. So yeah, we broke that channel. We hit that measure move. I'm almost positive that we hit it. Just waiting for the bar to load. It might not load because I might have deleted it, but I'm almost positive that we hit it. Because I'm remembering talking about this. See, that's a move, and that's where we hit it up top. There we go. And now we're moving back down from it, so it's all good. Nothing here to worry about on SHIB. Jake's in the house. What's up, Jake? I'm always super late for you. I know, man. I know. I'm sorry about that. Like now that I'm in the Pacific, it makes it even worse because it's like super earlier than I used to do streams, I think. But I think we're more or less about the same time we used to do them before. I'm not sure. It's just weird as far as time goes. Where are we at? If we use that fifth from low to high, man, does it make sense? Kind of like, I mean, SHIB makes it kind of want to use the wicks. Might make a little bit more sense. We're going to see that. This SHIB has so much volatility. Nah, it's still looking like crud. So let's get rid of that. All right, Coco found a floor and went up 125% today. Really? All right, we're going to look at that. We do have that Coco Jake coin in here. Let's see where it's at. Jake says he found the floor. It did go up, bro. That is crazy. What percent? 85%? That's pretty solid. You know, Bitcoin's crashing. This is pumping. Not looking bad. When did we talk about this? Was it like back here? Like, was it the 28th? No, it was probably before then, right? It was probably around the 26th. So I know we talked about this once. I can't remember the exact date. Might have been even this week. But, yo, remember, guys, I told you this was, like, interesting? And Jake's in it. And there's good stuff happening with it. I was just worried about, like, you know, it being a rug pull. But, like, you remember that interview we had with the people from Coco, and they were telling us that, you know, a lot of this was now community owned and community working for it. Yeah, it's pretty freaking solid. Jake says he was telling people about it at 20K market cap. Well, yeah, I'm not sure what the market cap is now, man. 503,000. That's pretty solid. I think that's more or less what we were talking about the other day. So it's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad, Jake. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be no technicals unless, you know, we go to the 1 hour. But even then, I'll be doubtful because we just spiked. So yeah, there's nothing bearish. Not looking bad, man. Not looking bad at all. Kind of jealous I didn't get into this on time. Might get into it eventually. But yeah, looking good, man. It's looking solid. It's looking interesting. Where can we drop? Well, backtesting this channel would be weird. Wouldn't be weird. It would be actually interesting. But I think we're gonna, or could be targeting here for SHIB, and that'll be the 0.00002, right? Cents. So, like a very, very small amount. You can buy like a ton of SHIB for like $1, man. Dirt cheap SHIB. But it's not anywhere where it was at the all-time high, right? It still has a lot of potential. I just think it's like a late bloomer for, you know, for now. But look, even if it's like 4 zeros and then a 2, and he goes all the way to the all-time high, it would be 4 zeros and an 8. You're gonna like 4 times your money, right? So yeah, if you put $1, you're gonna have $4 when you're done, or $5. So that's pretty solid, you know. Go get SHIB, like put $1 into SHIB. I'm kidding. Don't go put $1 into anything. Not financial advice here. We're just messing around, and I'm tired as hell, so I'm just goofing off. Are we still live? Yeah, we're still live. Okay, this thing was weird. I was like, looked as though we might not be live. All right, where are we at, man? Silver is gold still like going nuts. Today was Monday. There was a trading day for metals. So let's see gold. 2,251. Yeah, it looks as though we try to pump a little bit more. That's good. Remember, we talked about this. The bearish divergence being there. It's still there. Gold hitting new all-time highs. And if you're a gold bug, like Peter Schiff, he's probably like, you know, all happy and be like, I told you guys gold was going to go like boom, boom. And now, yeah. Let's see. Silver, $25. Where we at? Yeah, it's been running as well. Not as good as gold, but again, silver's really being outpaced by gold by a lot, where they're losing that parity they have. I doubt they're gonna get to it. For some reason, I just feel silver is like extremely undervalued, and whenever it starts to take off again, it's just gonna be massive, and a lot of people are gonna be left in dust. So I think silver might be good to have, but not a huge amount. It's just something that you should diversify into. Again, not financial advice, but if you do diversify into that, you're probably going to be good, right? All right, dollar index. Where's the dollar index at, bros? Broskies, where's the dollar index at? DXY, 105. Yeah, still strengthening. Remember, we talked about this? Yay, it's still going. So not losing anything there. Yeah. That's interesting, Jake. I wonder how that works. Remember we talked about the inverse head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders forming on the dollar index. If it does break there, man, we're looking for like 109. Talked about that a couple days ago. We're still going up. Gotta watch for that back test. For us to try to test that neckline, and then see what happens. Right? We already told you how to play inverse head and shoulders, and as this keeps rallying, we're gonna keep talking about it. Dollar to the peso, it's dropping in value still. Well, yeah, gaining a little bit, but hell, man, I need this thing to like go up, like up here, not down there. And they should really just get their act together. Dollar, man, needs to start pumping or doing something. There is bullish divergence for that action to go up. I'm expecting to see some action to the upside, hopefully by like the next couple days. So I get a nice paycheck in dollars that I can transfer to pesos and earn a little bit more. Other than that, it's all golden, it's all gravy, and let's go back to Bitcoin. I wonder how that Singapore lottery works now. I'm curious. I am genuinely intrigued. I want like to have like a crypto lottery where I can win like 300,000. Yeah. Is it like a crypto lottery, Jake? Yeah, I mean, waiting for it to load. I want to go to the 1 hour. I know it's super late for a lot of you guys. It's also really like early for me, but it just feels like it's really late. And I feel like crashing, so we're gonna do this quick. I just want to see where we close last candle. Still below. Again, we're targeting the 66,243 right now for the short term. What? Sorry. I was just watching the Bitcoin chart at start of video. Oh, cool. No worries, man. All I just said about the lottery, if it was like, you know, a crypto lottery or what kind of lottery it was, because that's interesting. Oh, that's awesome. That sounds solid. $200,000 in max. Oh, so that guy's lucky as hell. He actually hit the like big price. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna check XRP just for you know, fun and giggles, and see where we're gonna go from there. XRP at 59 cents. Try and do its own thing. Bullish divergence as well, just like we saw against the MACD, against the RSI. So you know, yeah, like right. The Jake says he's in love with the cocoa, with the coconut and Coco Chanel. I'm just kidding. He's just in love with cocoa. He's cocoa for cocoa coins, I guess. And what else are we doing here, man? Bullish divergence, right? That's what we called for. Now, we don't want to... Why am I fibbing that? That's like the dumbest thing ever. Alright, here we go. I was missing my shortcut for it. And I was like trying to like click it, and I clicked the wrong thing for some reason. But there it is. Now that works. Alright, so XRP, bullish divergence, 4 hour. I'm betting with like the rest. We're probably not going to have anything, but also hitting support, 58. And let's see, we're going to have something here. XRP might surprise me because XRP is doing its own thing apparently, or wants to do its own thing. Again, bullish divergence strong on the 4 hour, unlike Bitcoin, and I think 8 hours we didn't have anything here. So bullish divergence strong, potential fraction to the upside. That could lead us up to the 63 cent mark after holding support at 58. So not bad. Let's go to the daily. This is the daily. Where we at? Oh, stuff came over from like the different time zones. Visibility. Let's do that. Forgot to. Oh, forgot to. There we go. There we go. Oh, good. Oh, no. The other way around. That was not there. That's supposed to be there. Ah. See, guys, what I told you is just freaking late. Like, my brain's, like, not working anymore. Like, I want to get rid of it on the daily. I was leaving it there. I was like, oh, yeah. That's fun. All right, let's zoom in here. Let's get this to look prettier and see what's going on here. Low to high, low to negative. Higher on the other side as well. Nothing bullish on the daily. That's it for this coin. What is it, like XRP? And send back there. And send that back here as well. Yeah, all the stuff that should be there is there now. Jeez, I think I'm gonna call it a stream, guys. I'm just like yawning now, like crazy. It's been a super long day. I just feel like heavy as hell. But it's been good, man. I mean, we talked a lot of projects. There's really not a lot going on. We're going in for a movement down. Already talked, you know, targets, technicals, potential areas, how to play certain moves. I think that's pretty solid for a stream. At least for today. Again, brace in case we do go for like one of those crazy 10% drop days, which could very well be the case. We do know that sometimes those days come with like crazy bounces. Right now, Bitcoin 4.58% down, almost 5%, and we're just like a couple hours into the day, right? So watch out for those insane drops and bounces on Bitcoin. With all that said, guys, yeah, it's gonna be it for tonight. If you enjoyed the content, hit the like, the bell, and the sub. Join us in the Discord. I even put the links out, but you know what it is. And if you don't, ask someone for the link next time you're here, because everyone's super chill. But that's going to be it for tonight. I got to catch some Z's. And we'll be here tomorrow. Crypto's still going to be here tomorrow. Might be here at a lower price, but it'll be here tomorrow still. And then we'll have a better opportunity to buy crypto at a lower value. But we need to find some technicals that are solid for us to be able to, you know, make a good call and see where we want to go. For now, again, it's just part of the consolidation phase. And so long as we keep above the levels that I mentioned, we're consolidating. And with all that into account, that basically just means that those moves are normal and nothing that we should be weirded out by. 10% drop, again, if we get it, we've seen it in the past, wouldn't be super scared by it. I would say like 10% would worry me a little bit, but not a lot. And we need to see how that 10% drop comes, if it is to come, right? And with all that said, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you again tomorrow for another edition of TSO Crypto. Until then.